That's right, you are listening to Random Outburst on 101 FM, and I'm going to pass it over to Alan right now.
Yeah, if you added Pacific grooves, afro rhythms, smooth harmony, and good vibes, what would you get? Well, our next guest is a recognised drummer and percussionist for artists all over Australia. He now also fronts his own groovy, heavy solo project, bringing island soul, sweet songs, percussion, and good times.
On the phone with us tonight is Bobby Alu. Thanks for taking the time to talk with us today.
No worries. Thanks for having us.
No worries.
I wanted to start off by asking, why did you want to get into the music industry?
Sure. Well, I've spent my whole life playing music with my family and just for fun. And when I left school and decided to do something, all I could do was play music, and basically that's pretty much it, and that was maybe 6 or 7 years ago.
Brilliant. Bobby Alu is your stage name. Why did you choose it?
Sure. Well, it's basically it's my middle name. So my middle name is Robert Alu, and it's kind of an abbreviated version of that. So Bobby Alu seemed to make sense, as it's kind of, this is my project is a little bit different to what I do normally, and it just kind of was a little joke at first, and then it stuck.
Going by the sound of it, you sound pretty talented. What instrument do you mainly play?
Well, as Bobby Alu, I play the ukulele and sing, and I have a band as well. But usually my day job is I'm a drummer. So I play drums and percussion for numerous bands from up through Queensland, and do some session stuff with other artists in Victoria and so forth. So yeah, that's guitar, bass, and anything and everything.
Okay, that's very interesting. What genre would you classify yourself in?
I spend most of my time playing reggae music, but I also love soul music, funk, and a little bit of hip hop. But mainly, sort of your roots reggae is the genre that I sit in.
Do you have any particular influences at all?
Yeah, I do. I listened to, my uncles always showed me Bob Marley from a young age, so that's been a good influence. And I love New Zealand reggae and New Zealand artists like Shay Fu and Fat Freddy's Drop. And then, obviously, growing up listening to music, I like old soul like Bill Withers and Curtis Mayfield and all sorts of things.
Oh, that's a great collection you got going on there. Do you write your own music or play covers?
I write my own. Yeah, I started writing. I did a university degree, which required you to make your own music. It's the at the con. It was called Bachelor of Popular Music, and so yeah, I started writing my own music there, and I get a little bit of a kick out of it. So that's what I do.
Okay, we're just about to play one of your songs off your EP called "Take It or Leave It." Can you tell me a little bit more about this song?
Sure. Well, the song is something I wrote last year, and it's about I like to write simple music, and I like to I like the simple island life. So this song is just a simple song that asks just for simple answers. You can take it, you can leave it, but please just tell me one or the other.
Random Outburst, Logan's own youth radio program, 7 till 10 p.m. on 101 FM.
Random Outburst 101 FM, and I'll pass you back over to Alan.
So that was Take It or Leave It by Bobby Alu, who's on the phone to us now. Do you have another song or album you're about to release?
Not anytime soon, but I've got a few more tracks that I'll release, sort of trickle through into the airwaves this year and the next year. Yeah, but I have a full-length album that I did last year, so this is kind of these singles are a follow-up, just to keep the good vibes spreading.
Is the process a long one, or does it only take you a little bit to put together an EP or an album?
It can take a really long time. The first album I did took 3 years.
Wow.
But then the song Take It or Leave It, I did with a friend, and it took us 2 days, and we started it, and then we finished it, mixed it, mastered it in 2 days. So sometimes if you've got a clear vision, it can happen like that. But if you're a little bit, if you just want to make things right, it can take longer. So unfortunately, you just never know, really.
Yeah, that makes sense. What advice would you give to someone if they wanted to start their own solo career or band?
Sure. Well, any advice would be some good advice that I got was just to have fun playing with your friends. You know, meet new people, and I think like one thing that you can't hide is that you've got to. Music is a long road. Like it's going to take a long time, no matter what. And if you can have fun during that time, then you know that's just what it's all about. So 6 years passes, and you've been having fun for 6 years, and it feels like 6 months. So basically, my advice would just be to have fun while you're doing it. If you're not having fun, then try something else.
Yeah, it's not worth the effort. Do you have any upcoming gigs?
I do. I've been touring the last month, and I have my last gig of the tour tomorrow night in Brisbane, and it's at West End in Boundary Street at a bar called the Hi-Fi Bar, and there's really good reggae on that night. There'll be a New Zealand band called the Darky Roots, a Brisbane band called Kui, and myself, Bobby Alu.
Brilliant. How can people find out more about you?
Well, it's pretty easy. I'm on Facebook. So facebook.com/bobbyAlu, and I also have the site www.bobbyalu.com, and there's links to all YouTubes and MySpaces and etc. etc.
Brilliant. Well, we're happy to plug you from our website, randomoutburst101.com, and we can link you to our Facebook and Twitter. What are your plans for the future?
My plans? Well, so basically, this is kind of a fresh kind of project for me. I've been touring on drums for the last 5 or 6 years, and I've just started this solo project. And we played at the Blues Fest last week, and played a few shows in and around. So there'll be another tour in a couple of months. I'm drumming for another band in America and Canada from June, July and August, and then when I come home I'll do some more Bobby shows in and around.
Getting around the place.
Country. Yeah, totally.
Before we go, we're going to play another song off your EP called Roger Dodger. Can you tell me a little bit more about this song?
Yeah, sure. This is a pretty fun song. Over the time I'm really into island music, but also got a bit into African music too. So this is kind of like a mixture of island and African music. And basically this song it's just a fun song. It's just one that I made with a friend, and we I think we spent a late night together. It was like 4 a.m. or something, and we're like, let's make a new song, and we did. And then by the sunrise, we'd finished, and that's what came out, Roger Dodger.
Brilliant. Well, it's been tons of fun talking to you tonight. Best of luck.